Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome all of you. So today we are going to continue first chapter only. Next 3-4 days, first chapter will be completed. We are going very slowly. कोई भागने की जरूरत नहीं है. आराम से systematically every day we'll meet for half an hour and we'll discuss some understanding from Bhagavad Gita. So very slowly we are moving forward. हम चाहें तो 2 महीने में भी खत्म कर सकते हैं पूरी भगवद गीता, but there is of no use finishing Bhagavad Gita in such a short time and not following the principles in our life. So better systematically, slowly we move forward, understanding nicely, and at the same time imbibe the qualities in ourselves also. So that is the right way to read Bhagavad Gita and understand. Okay, so don't be worried. Will not be very fast, very slowly, smoothly. In 6 months about, we can finish the complete Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapter. That is maximum limit, 6 months. Before that also we can finish. So we are not running fastly. जिससे आप लोग, you can do all your other activities, whatever you are doing, and at the same time you can patch up with this our Bhagavad Gita classes. So this will be a good combination, both material education plus spiritual insights, and this will make your life blissful and satisfied, and your life will also achieve meaning. Otherwise, simply materialistic life, no spiritual content, then it will be all zeros. Prabhupada says, very nice example he gives, that anything which is material, that is temporary in nature, asat, and we have to leave all these material achievements over here only. If you have heard the final statement of Steve Jobs, then he shares a very good realization. The last word of Steve Jobs will make your perspective of life completely change. So he shares that time that whatever I have accomplished in my life, in the face of impending death, it has become useless, meaningless. So you also should not become so much blind or achieving the material stuff and become completely ignorant, not focusing on something which is temporary, which is not temporary, which is eternal. You're not focusing upon that. So we should look forward something which is beyond material things, like that is not under the jurisdiction of this material world, that is eternal. So this is the statement of Steve Jobs. So meaning is, anything you achieve, ultimately we have to leave everything here only and go empty handed. So therefore Prabhupada says everything, all the accomplishments here in this material world is zero. So zero is very valuable. When zero becomes valuable, when it has one in the beginning. So if you have 1 0, then in front of the 0, if you place 1, then it will become 10. You have 2 zeros, it will become 100. If you have 3 zeros, it will become 10 to the power 3. So 0 is very, very important. 0 has got so much value. But if there is no digit, there is no 1, or there is no other digit before 0, then 0 is having no value. But if you place 1 in front of all the 0, then 0 will achieve so much value. So similarly, this material advancement, achievements, accomplishments, they're all 0, because ultimately we have to leave everything behind. Ram Nam Satya. We all have to go through that stage where the name of Lord Rama is the only truth. Satya and all other things are false, temporary. Asat. So if we don't accomplish this aspect in our life, then everything will be useless, meaningless. So parallelly, we have to focus on both the things, material duties and spiritual responsibilities. So this is how we have to plan our life in such a way you go in your material life and you grow in your spiritual life also. Okay, so this is understanding. So therefore we have planned very slowly, we'll go very systematically every day. After doing all your material activities, you come here on this platform and hear something, some nectarian, some ambrosial words from Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna has spoken for us. Krishna has not spoken for him or Arjuna. Arjuna was already enlightened. Today we'll see that Krishna has spoken this Bhagavad Gita for us, conditioned soul who are going to come in Kali Yuga, because this Bhagavad Gita knowledge was given towards the end of Dwapar Yuga, on in the that Sandhya Bela, where Dwapar Yuga is going to finish over and Kali Yuga is going to begin. उसको संध्या बेला बोलते हैं, संध्या के समय, त्रिसंध्यम, जैसे एक दिन में 3 संध्या होता है, मॉर्निंग में, दोपहर में एंड इवनिंग में, उसी तरीके युग संध्या होता है, जब एक युग जाता है दूसरा युग आता है। तो युग द्वापरिक युग संध्या में भगवान ने भगवद गीता बोली, अर्जुन के लिए नहीं बोली। अर्जुन वाज ऑलरेडी अ डिवोटी ऑफ कृष्णा, बट अर्जुन वाज मेड इन दैट सिचुएशन। आज हम लोग देखेंगे कैसे अर्जुन को भगवान पर्पसफुली मेड इन टू कम इन दैट सिचुएशन, दैट overwhelming situation, so that he can act like he does not know anything, है ना? So Krishna has spoken this Bhagavad Gita teaching for us only, making Arjuna as instrument. So let us take the complete advantage of this teaching by every day hearing the teachings, the transcendental words, the gems of wisdom, and implement in our life slowly slowly. ऐसा नहीं कि overnight will become pure devotee, completely pure personality, and we'll see God face to face, we can see Krishna face to face. It requires the qualification. So, and if we follow Bhagavad Gita every day, then naturally we'll develop that qualification. Okay, so now we'll continue with our prayers as regular fashion, which we follow every day. So I request everyone to kindly chant along with me. निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, भगवद गीता की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमनंदे हरि बोल। So I'm going to share the screen, all of you can see that. So yesterday we discussed that अर्जुन ने कृष्ण को बोला कि कृष्ण, I want to see that who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. So अर्जुन कृष्ण को बोल रहे हैं कि कृष्ण, can you bring my chariot in between the two armies so that I can see who all are assembled. कौन कौन आए हैं जो ये evil mind धृतराष्ट्र के बेटों को support कर रहे हैं. This is Arjuna's response. He is asking Krishna to place the chariot between the both the armies so that he can see this. So then Sanjay Vacha. Sanjay is telling to whom? Sanjay is telling to Dhritarashtra. What does he say? So this verse we are going to recite, and I will ask some of you also to recite this verse. This is one of the important verses. Sanjay Vacha एवं उक्तो ऋषिकेशो गुणाकेशेन भारत सेनयोर उभयोर मध्ये स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्. Very nice verse it is. So here Sanjay Uvacha. Uvacha means said, Sanjay means Sanjay. Sanjay बोले, क्या बोले? एवं उक्तो ऋषिकेशो, इस तरीके से ऋषिकेश means, what is Rishikesh? We have already discussed very nicely. Rishika means senses, senses, our senses. Karmendriya and Gyanendriya. We have got 10 senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses and 5 working senses. And there is another sense which is mind, the master of all the senses. So we have got total 11 senses. The master is mind. So Rishi Kesho means, Ish means master, Ishwar, है ना, नाम सुना होगा आप लोगों ने. Ishwar means master, controller. So Ishwar आया कहाँ से? Ish. So Rishikesh, Rishikesh, Rishika and Ish मिला के Rishikesh बनता है. So Rishikesh means the master of the senses. Word to word meaning, if you read, then it will become even more clear. So here you can see Rishikesha means Lord Krishna, means the master of senses. Then what is Gudakeshena Bharata? So भगवान कृष्ण ने जब गुड़ाकेश को सुना, गुड़ाकेश कौन है? गुड़ाकेश is Arjun. Why Arjun is addressed as Gudakesh? Yesterday we heard that Arjuna was addressed as Dhananjay also. धनंजय क्यों? क्योंकि उन्होंने बहुत सारा धन इकट्ठा किया था, which were used in performing Rajsu sacrifice which Yudhishthira had inaugurated. So उसके लिए अर्जुन ने बहुत सारा धन इकट्ठा किया था, इसलिए अर्जुन का नाम धनंजय था. यहाँ पर संजय अर्जुन को एक और नाम से बुला रहे हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड गुड़ाकेश. इसका हम समझेंगे व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस गुड़ाकेश, बट संजय इज एड्रेसिंग दैट एवं उक्तो ऋषिकेशो गुड़ाकेशेन भारत. इस तरीके से जब ऋषिकेश ने गुड़ाकेश को सुना, गुड़ाकेश इज अर्जुन एंड ऋषिकेश इज कृष्णा. तो सेनयोर उभयोर मध्य की क्या सुना उन्होंने? कृष्णा ने अर्जुन से क्या सुना? सेनयोर उभयोर. उभयोर मीन्स, उभयो मीन्स दोनों, बोथ. मध्य मीन्स मिडिल, दोनों. ये इसका मतलब दोनों. मध्य मीन्स बिटवीन, दोनों सेनाओं के बीच में. अगर इसका वर्ड टू वर्ड मीनिंग अगर आप देखें, सेनयोर उभयोर मध्य मीन्स दोनों सेनाओं के बीच में, बिटवीन बोथ द आर्मीज. स्थापयित्वा मीन्स प्लेस, स्थापित करो. रथोत्तमम मई रथा, the best of the rathas. Why best of the rathas? Because this ratha is donated by whom? Fire god. So this is the translation. O descendant of Bharat, being thus addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of armies of both the parties. So Krishna now, he has placed the ratha, chariot, in the midst of both the armies. Prabhupada has explained here very nicely what is the meaning of Gudakesh. So in this verse, Arjuna is referred to as Gudakesh. Gudaka means sleep, and one who conquers sleep is called Gudakesh. So any one of you, if suppose आप लोगों ने नींद को conquer कर लिया, so many of the students, especially in the college time, so we conquer the sleep. We whole night we don't sleep. Night out करेंगे यहाँ, hanging out there, everywhere we are roaming around in the college. So to one limit we are also Gudakesh, means we have controlled over sleep in the night, but we sleep in the daytime. In the morning, when Brahma Muhurta time, the best time to get up when it starts, that time we go to sleep. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, till that time we will be just wandering like vagabond. And then when 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock will reach, when the time has come to wake up, या निशा सर्वभूतानि तस्याम जागृति संयमी, जब उठने का समय आया तब हम जाके सोते हैं. So we followed, we practiced this Gudakesha principle quality whole night. We have controlled over our senses. We will not sleep. फ्रेंड बोलेंगे सो जाओ, बोलेंगे नहीं यार अभी सोने का समय थोड़ी ना, चलो थोड़े मजे करते हैं, मूवी देखते हैं, कुछ करते हैं. So we are to one extent in the night we are Gudakesh. Gudakesh, Ish means Ishwar, Gudaka means senses. So we have controlled the sleep in the night time, but when the best time, most auspicious time comes, then we go to bed and sleep till what time? Till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the daytime, and we directly get up to take our lunch. This is our situation in the college time. And Prabhupada says anybody who sleeps till sunrise, जो भी सोता है सूरज उदय होने के बाद भी, he is called as rascal. Very strong statement Prabhupada has used. Anybody who sleeps after sunrise, he is rascal. Don't talk about him. He is not even human being. Prabhupada very strongly uses such words. So he is not even human being. He does not know how to lead a human life. He is sleeping like animal. Even animal does not sleep at that time. They get up 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You will see birds chirping in the morning only. They get up and they will sleep at right time perfectly. But we human beings, we have so much advanced. We call ourselves very developed nation, advanced nation. But what we are advanced, we are not able to control our senses whole night. We are awake, trying to become Guda case like Arjuna. Arjuna was controller. He can control his sleep for many days. But it is not the situation for us. One day you don't sleep, and it is said in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita पढ़ने के बाद there is another literature called Bhagavatam, which is 30 times bigger than thicker than Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita एक इतनी मोटी बुक है. Bhagavatam is 30 times thicker than Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavatam, Prabhupada writes in third canto, it comes that sleep is very, very important to maintain our consciousness. In the night time when we sleep, is our intelligence. So intelligence is directly proportional to sleep. You see, your intelligence will work very finely when you have slept in the night. That too proper timing from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. That time when we sleep, that is the perfect time when intelligence also gets its rest, and then it becomes very, very sharp intelligence के साथ हम फिर से अपनी एक्टिविटी दिन में स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. So to sleep in the night time is very, very important if at all we want to be happy, we want to be fit physically, we want to be intellectually sharp, and we want to lead a very good happy life without any disease. Then रात को सोना बहुत जरूरी है. अदरवाइज कॉलेज टाइम में आजकल सब कुछ बिगड़ गया. एवरीथिंग इज टॉपसी टर्विड, completely disturbed. Life cycle is so very messy. So I was discussing with one student of IT Kharagpur. His name is Kanjarla Pranav. He attended our class in Bliss 2. So he is in second year, leading from like LBS hall. Those who are from Kharagpur, they might be knowing LBS hall. He resides in that hall, and he is the captain of cricket team. And so he was sharing, Prabhuji, so busy recently, 3-4 days before, he was not able to get time for his own study and all. So much busy, compact schedule, everything, this, that, he has to coordinate also. So he was maintaining scorecard of the all the teams who are playing in cricket match. So he has to do all those things. And at this, so earlier he was following this, getting up 5 o'clock every day in the morning, and he will chant 3-4 rounds. So this was his practice in hall only. Before that, when he was there in the college, so he before that, when he was there in the home, he was practicing this, get up early in the morning 5 o'clock and chant 4 rounds. And he went to the college. There also few days he practiced, and every day he will report to me, Prabhu, today I got up at 5:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere 5:30, before 6 o'clock, before sunrise, he will get up and chant. But then for many days he did not write anything. So I called, what happened? So he was sharing, Prabhuji, life has become so compact. It is hellish now, not knowingly also. He does not wish, but he is forced by seniors to be awake till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Sometimes meeting happens at 3 o'clock in the night. Is this time to conduct meeting? But what to do? Demonic civilization. Nisachar. Those who are awake in the night, they are called Nisachar. Nisha means Raat, Achar means those who moves. Those who are awake in the night time, they are called Nishachar. And who are Nisachar? Nishachar is the synonymous of demons. So demons are called Nisachar in Sanskrit. And only Nisachars are awake in the night time. Those who are divine quality, those who are demigods, having divine qualities, they will sleep in the night time. So when we follow the laws of nature, then we develop divine qualities. So he was sharing, Prabhuji, kya kare? Now all this life cycle is completely disturbed. I cannot get up 5 o'clock because 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I am going to sleep. So completely disturbed. I said, anyway, no issue. You just continue for a few days. It will be like that. If it happens very oftenly, so you can tell to your seniors, sir, I cannot continue with you. I have my own personal life also. My personal life, not that everything is professional and college life only. I have something to do for my personal life, and I have to do that. So you can directly, in a very nice way, respectfully disobey. This is very nice terminology. You respectfully disobey your seniors, not disrespectfully disobey, but respectfully you disobey your seniors, that, sir, I am very sorry to say I followed as per my capacity to you, but now it is enough. Enough is enough. अब मैं आपको follow नहीं कर सकता. Please मुझे relieve कर दीजिए. इतना ही मेरे से हो पाएगा. Very respectfully you disobey. When it comes to your personal life, because kitna if you stress, then it is going to give you very bad repercussion in your life. This is the time when you can mold your life in such a way that it will become very glorious life throughout your whole life. Otherwise, remain so-called Gunakesha. Whole night you are awake like Arjuna. Here it is addressed. Arjuna was Gudakesh, but actually he was really Gudakesh. Why? Because here Prabhupada has written also. Arjuna conquered both sleep and ignorance. हाँ देखो Gudakesh is not only sleep but also ignorance. So when we are awake in the night time, we are, even though you have controlled your sleep, but you are into ignorance. So because of his friendship with Krishna, because he was a devotee of, as a great devotee of Krishna, he could not forget Krishna even for a moment. So Arjuna was a great devotee of Krishna, so therefore he was Gudakesh. He could conquer over sleep. Similar situation was there with Prabhupada. Prabhupada 7 months. There is one pastime of Prabhupada where Shyam Sundar, one foreigner devotee, one beginning disciple, one of the beginning disciples, when Prabhupada went to America in 1965. So the foreigners, hippies, who came at first to Prabhupada and started following the principles of Bhagavad Gita after hearing from Prabhupada. So one among them was named as Shyam Sundar. So Shyam Sundar means his name is changed. Earlier their names are foreign name, but when we get initiated, we get a spiritual name. It's like my name was earlier something else. Now I have my spiritual name, Gaur Sundar Das. This is the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose appearance day is going to come on 18th March. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day, who is Krishna himself. So like that, we all the devotees, when we get initiation from Srila Prabhupada, we get a spiritual name. So this devotee got Shyam Sundar name. So he was one time in 1970 assistant to Prabhupada. He was assisting Prabhupada. Wherever Prabhupada would go, he would assist Prabhupada, carrying all the personal belongings of Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada is very old, he wants some assistance. So Shyam Sundar was assisting. It so happened that in 1967 to 70, the movement was rising like fire. It was like forest fire, expanding whole world, this Hare Krishna movement. And Prabhupada was traveling all over the world very extensively, very extensively. So it so happened for 7 complete months, Prabhupada did not sleep. Not even a single moment Prabhupada slept. So Prabhupada went to America, London, Russia, Kenya, Japan, all these continents, and then finally came to India in Vrindavan. So when Prabhupada reached in Vrindavan, what happened? And when you're traveling, there is jet lag problems, so many problems. No, but Prabhupada was beyond this, all the problems. This devotee was assisting, he was having all the problems, jet lag, he will not get sleep, and all the life cycle is disturbed, body clock cycle is disturbed. But Prabhupada is so old, he is touching 70s, but he is so active, very fast. And this devotee is not cope up with Prabhupada. He has to sleep for hours to maintain his, this jet lag problem, to come out of that. But Prabhupada is not sleeping for 7 months. So last, when Prabhupada reached to Vrindavan, this devotee, he saw that Prabhupada came to Vrindavan, and because why Prabhupada was not writing, because he was not sleeping, because in the daytime he is traveling, meeting all kinds of people, big people, scientists, philosophers and scholars and professors in the colleges, universities. And in the night time, Prabhupada's schedule was fixed. He will write books. Today, what books we are reading, these books are written by Prabhupada by awaking in the night time. Throughout night, he will be awake and he will be writing books, translating books. This word to word meaning, this translation, everything. He will keep so many books of previous acharyas, and he will select the purports and translation, and then he will write. Prabhupada said, when I would sit down and write, these are not my writings, these are not my words. Krishna would personally guide me, and he will dictate me that you write like this. Therefore, you see, Prabhupada in such a small age of 10 years, such a small duration of 10 years, from 1967 to 77. Prabhupada left this world in 1977. 67 to 77, just 12 years, short 12 years. He traveled the globe 14 times, and he wrote more than 40 books, more than 40 books, as thicker as Bhagavad Gita. Just see,
more than who is that writer who can write such a book? Even a very famous writer, he has to write, he has to go through so many times to rewrite it, write, rewrite, recheck, rewrite, recheck. Then after 5 to 6 times, he has to go for final printing. But Prabhupada, once he dictated in his dictaphone, he will give that dictaphone to his disciples and he will say that print it without going through any kind of proofreading or editing or again rewriting, nothing. Why? Because, and like this, Prabhupada wrote 40 books, and this book is, you know, all the philosophers, great scholars, they have appreciated it a lot because such a high philosophy is given into this book. So Prabhupada would be awake and he will be translating, and Prabhupada said, because Krishna was dictating me, so therefore I could write so many books. So in Vrindavan, when Prabhupada reached there, so Shyam Sundar, the devotee, he saw that Prabhupada wrote for some time, translated the book from Sanskrit to English. Then he turned off the light, and this devotee thought that now today Prabhupada is going to sleep after so many months. So this devotee slowly, silently, he peeped into the room and wanted to see whether Prabhupada is sleeping. उस समय क्या हुआ? Prabhupada immediately told Shyam Sundar, you have come to me to see whether I am sleeping. So this Shyam Sundar thought that Prabhupada must be sleeping in a sound sleep, and I let me see whether Prabhupada is really sleeping or what is doing. And when he just entered the room, he saw that Prabhupada taking his name, Shyam Sundar, you have come here to see whether I'm sleeping. So then Prabhupada remarked that you don't know who am I. Actually, you don't know who am I. I am not of this material world. I am not the living entity of this material world who are conquered by sleep and ignorance. I am beyond the sleep and ignorance. I am of the spiritual world. Krishna has sent me to this world to write especially these books so that you take advantage of this book and get out of this sleep and ignorance, which is here meaning Gudakesh, and get out of ignorance and come to reality. Asato ma satgame, tamaso ma jyotirgame. You come to light, understand the reality of this world. What is this world all about? But unfortunately today we are so much obsessed with this political things. जैसे आज अभी यूपी में इलेक्शन का रिजल्ट आया, उत्तराखंड में, मणिपुर में, एंड पंजाब में, गोवा में, 5 जगह. सो रिजल्ट आया, एवरीवेयर स्टेट, ऑल द पीपल दे आर चीयरिंग. बहुत सारे लोग खुश हैं, बहुत सारे लोग दुखी हैं, उनकी आंखों से आंसू नहीं गिर रहे हैं, खाना छोड़ दिया है, बहुत दुखी हैं. On the other hand, there are people who are cheering, they are taking out procession, and UP में especially भगवा कलर छाया, saffron color, yogis on the rise, the so-called Kattar orthodox person. But people are liking him so much that with so many votes, he won the UP election. So because of so many factors, and लोग वहां पर बहुत जश्न मना रहे हैं, all these things. But ultimately, unless we get out of this ignorance, what is this? Ultimately, this will last for how many days, months, or years? 5 years. Again, this battle will again start. Again, both parties, so many parties will come and fight. So this happiness and all these are not eternal, but actually we are looking for eternal. We are eternal beings. So these are all temporary. So therefore, when Prabhupada, I had already shared that Prabhupada, when first time he met to his spiritual master, so his spiritual master said that you preach Bhagavad Gita teaching to English speaking language in the foreign world. Then Prabhupada said, oh Guruji, oh spiritual master, who will listen us? We are dependent nation. We are subjugated by Britishers. So this is the incident in 1922. In Calcutta, Prabhupada made his spiritual master. So Prabhupada is saying like that nobody is going to hear our message of Bhagavad Gita. But the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada said that message of Bhagavad Gita is irrespective of time, place, circumstance, and situation. This is absolute truth, and it does not depend on any material situation or circumstances, any political situation or circumstances. It is transcendental. and this teaching is eternal, transcendental. You preach this message because world is suffering this in the deficiency of this knowledge. They are thinking मेरी पार्टी जीत गई तो चलो जश्न मनाए, कल हार जाएगी तो फिर गम में चले जाएंगे, तो कभी खुशी कभी गम. What is this going on? We are eternal and our business to look for eternity, and our business is to achieve that eternal position and get placement into that world. This is what the teachings what was given to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was really impressed by this strong conviction of Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. You see, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj that time he was very intelligent. I have already shared, when he will speak even foreigners could not understand his high English philosophical terms, and he is saying that Bhagavad Gita teaching is Bhagavad Gita teachings के बिना वर्ल्ड इज सफरिंग, थिंकिंग दैट ये मेरा कंट्री यूक्रेन, ये आपका कंट्री अमेरिका रसिया, चलो फाइट करते हैं लड़े. अरे आज तुम्हारा जन्म हुआ यूक्रेन में, तुम यूक्रेनियन बोल रहे हो, कल तुम्हारा जन्म रसिया में हो जाएगा, रसियन बोलोगे. कुछ साल पहले अमेरिकन कहीं अमेरिकन जो अमेरिकन आज हैं ये नहीं थे, कोई और था. आज जो अमेरिका में जन्म लेके अपने आप को अमेरिकन बोल रहे हैं, एंड दे आर फाइटिंग. हिंदू मुस्लिम दे आर फाइटिंग. अभी कल एक मूवी रिलीज होने वाली है, कश्मीर फाइल, द कश्मीर फाइल, और उसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा डिस्प्यूट चल रहे हैं, रिलीज करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए. सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर गोइंग ऑन, दीज आर ऑल सो मच मिस. कश्मीर के ब्राह्मणों को मार डाला गया, ये किसी को पता नहीं चला. इसमें इतनी सारी पॉलिटिक्स इन्वॉल्व है. तो विवेक अग्निहोत्री वो डायरेक्ट कर रहा है एक मूवी, जिससे कि लोगों को पता चले कि हमारे हिंदू भाइयों के साथ क्या हुआ. कल को मुस्लिम में जन्म ले लेगा तो मुस्लिम के लिए सपोर्ट करेगा. सो दीज आर ऑल मटीरियल कैलकुलेशन ऑफ हिंदू मुस्लिम क्रिश्चियन, ऑल दिस इंडिया पाकिस्तान. वी हैव टू गो बियॉन्ड दिस. This is called Atma Tattvam. And this is why Krishna is involving into this Mahabharat battle. Krishna is also here involved into politics. No? This Mahabharat is full of politics. If you read Mahabharat, it is full of politics. Superficially आपको लगेगा कि कृष्णा पॉलिटिक्स में इतना इन्वॉल्व क्यों, बट दैट पॉलिटिक्स वाज नॉट डर्टी पॉलिटिक्स लाइक टुडे. आज पॉलिटिक्स है खुद के सेल्फ ग्रेटिफिकेशन के लिए. मैं नेता बनूंगा, मैं सबसे पहले अपने इंद्रियों को सेटिस्फाई करूंगा. मैं इंडिविजुअल एंड एक्सटेंडेड सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन. एक्सटेंडेड मीन्स पहले मैं सेटिस्फाई हो जाऊं, फिर अपने सगे संबंधियों को सेटिस्फाई करूंगा, जो मेरे रिलेटिव्स है, फिर मेरी जाति के लोग, मेरे कास्ट के लोग, उनको सेटिस्फाई करूंगा, फिर मेरे सोसाइटी के लोग, फिर मेरे जो टाउन के लोग हैं, मेरे सिटी के लोग, मेरे स्टेट के लोग. तो ये दिस इज कॉल्ड एक्सटेंडेड सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन. कृष्णा's बिजनेस वाज नॉट दिस. कृष्णा's बिजनेस वाज टू एस्टैब्लिश धर्म. देयरफॉर ही वाज इन्वॉल्व इनटू दिस fight which was religious fight. So therefore he was supporting धर्मराज युधिष्ठिर. एंड यहाँ पर इसीलिए अर्जुन को अब एक ऐसे अर्जुन ने यहाँ पर बोल दिया ना कि कृष्णा प्लीज मेरा रथ को आप दोनों पार्टियों के बीच में ले चलो. तो देखो अभी ट्रांसलेशन क्विकली इन 2 minutes आई विल फिनिश जस्ट. You can see here. So in the presence of Bhishma, Drona and all other chieftains of the world, Rishikesha, the Lord said, just behold Partha, all the Kurus who are assembled here. So here Krishna spoke first time in Bhagavad Gita, just this statement only. कृष्णा ने जस्ट इतना ही बोला, उसके बाद नहीं बोला. कि अर्जुन ने कृष्ण को बोला, अर्जुन मेरा रथ, कृष्ण मेरा रथ दोनों पार्टियों के बीच में ले जाओ, और कृष्ण दोनों पार्टियों के बीच में ले जाते हैं. फिर कृष्णा ले जाने के बाद क्या बोलते हैं कि देखो अर्जुन, देखो तुमको किससे फाइट करना है. एंड वेरी पर्पसफुली कृष्णा व्हाट डिड ही डू. सो अर्जुन ने क्या देखा वहां पर, पहले ये मैं बता देता हूँ, फिर आई विल टेल यू. अर्जुन 10 kinds of different grades of relatives Arjuna could see. All are relatives. Just see there Arjuna could see within the midst of the armies of both the parties his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers all present there. संस्कृत में पढ़ लेता हूँ जिससे आपको थोड़ा अच्छा लगेगा. तत्र पश्यत स्थितान पार्थः पितॄन् अथ पितामहान् आचार्यान् मातुलान् भ्रातॄन् पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखीं तथा ससुरान् सुहृदश्चैव सेनयोरुभयोरपि. सेनयोरुभयोर मीन्स दोनों सेनाओं के बीच में उन्होंने. पितृन मीन्स फादर, पितामह मीन्स ग्रैंडफादर, आचार्य मीन्स स्पिरिचुअल गुरु, मातुला मीन्स मैटरनल, भ्राता मीन्स भाई, पुत्र मीन्स बेटे, पौत्र मीन्स ग्रैंडसन, सखी मीन्स फ्रेंड्स, ससुरा मीन्स ससुर, सूर्योदय मीन्स रिलेटिव्स. तरीके से the 10 kinds of different grades of relatives Arjuna could see there. And after seeing this, what happened to Arjuna? When the son of Kunti, Arjuna saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. अब यहाँ से हम कल देखेंगे Arjun, he has now become compassionate, overwhelmed with compassion. Why? Because Krishna wanted this Arjuna to happen, because Krishna had already a master plan. Arjuna is thinking this is my war between me and Duryodhan to get a kingdom. But this is Arjuna's thinking, but Krishna is thinking something else. Krishna has some master plan behind this war. So Arjun ने जब कृष्ण को बोला कि कृष्ण मेरा चैरियट दोनों सेनाओं के बीच में ले जाओ, तो कृष्ण चाहते तो दुर्योधन, कर्ण, शकुनी एंड इन सब के सामने जाके रथ को खड़ा कर सकते थे, लेकिन कृष्ण ने अर्जुन के रथ को उनके सामने नहीं ले गए। कृष्ण अर्जुन के रथ को भीष्म पितामह और द्रोणाचार्य जहां खड़े थे उनके सामने जाके खड़ा कर दिया। This was the tactic which was used by Krishna. Why? We'll understand tomorrow. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We don't have time. And one announcement for your kind information. Tomorrow I will not be there. I am going to Vrindavan tomorrow. I will be leaving tomorrow morning and I'll come back on Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there will be no class. Sorry for inconvenience. Our classes are going very nicely and I know you are all enjoying. But because of my unavailability, I'll not be available here. Will not be able to conduct class. But these 3 days, I'll share a book called Beyond Birth and Death. You read that book, small book, and there will be a test also. I'll share the quiz. As I said in the shared in the group also, there will be quiz and Gems of Wisdom series, which we had conducted. Based on that, both the result, we'll give prizes also to those who have got the good number, those who have performed well. So we'll courier you some good gift prizes. So it will include the Gems of Wisdom series and this भगवत गीता जो हम लोग अभी तक डिस्कस किए हैं, एंड बियॉन्ड बर्थ एंड डेथ एक जो छोटी बुक मैं शेयर करूंगा ग्रुप में, 5 चैप्टर उसमें, उसको पढ़ के आप लोग Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days you have. So kindly go through that book, 5 chapters, small book, 3 days you can easily finish it. And then Sunday को मैं पेपर शेयर करूंगा and all of you can attend that paper and result I'll announce, and the top performers I will give you the gift. I'll share you courier कर दूंगा मैं आप लोगों को gift. So this is all about next 3 days schedule program. So I request all of you to kindly follow this and enjoy this reading books and this lecture. Okay. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any question if you have, you can go forward. Those who are having question, you can be there. Others can leave. I'll wait for some time.